Hey there guys, so this video is definitely overdue, but it's based on a recent question I saw in an online forum, which was basically how the heck do we ever compete with other companies or other cleaners that literally charge a fraction of the price of what I would typically charge for this client. And this is definitely a common issue, but the sooner you can understand that there's always going to be a cheaper guy or gal out there, the better off you're going to be. And the ultimate answer to this question is, you really don't ever compete with these guys. You establish your own credibility, build your own brand, and let the service speak for itself. But, easier said than done. I want to give you guys something practical that you could literally say to handle this objection and almost instantly turn it around. So I'm going to break it up into two parts. The first part's going to be the actual objection handle, but there's also going to be a fallback that you could say if basically part A doesn't work as well as you would like it to, there's going to be a part B. So let's go over part A. And this is basically the narrative. Let's say you show up to a person's home, you do that initial cleaning, or you just give them an estimate, whatever. And after you present your price, the prospect comes back to you and says, I don't know, that price is a little steep. I know so-and-so that can do it for cheaper. Or, my cleaners now, they can do the same thing for $75. And who knows, maybe you're charging like $130 or something like that. So when they say something like that, this is what you guys will answer with. You say, okay, Mr. Client or Mrs. Client, that's great, but what type of quality of service were you expecting for that price? And then they say, well, I don't know. They're usually going to be a little stumped. But when they present to you that cheaper price and you ask them, okay, what type of service were you expecting for that price? Subconsciously, you're doing a few things that are really cool. The main thing is you're immediately positioning your value higher than what the price point they were looking for. And now they're going to associate that cheaper price with a cheaper service. So they're not going to get as quality of a clean as they're looking for. Now, this is something that's just really awesome. It immediately shifts the playing field back into your hands. But let's just assume that worst case scenario, the client, instead of getting stumped and kind of admitting like, okay, yeah, you are right, let's just say that they're a little more stubborn. They're a little bit like, well, I was expecting the same exact, service that you're presenting to me, honestly, right now for a cheaper price. Now, at this point, what you could do is you could actually anti-sell. So I would actually pull back a little bit and say, okay, so it sounds like you have another cleaner that does the same exact service that I do. They clean just as effectively as I do. They have the same exact customer service and quality assurance as I do. Yeah, you might be better off, honestly, just using them if you think the quality of service is identical but for a cheaper price. And here's the thing. By saying that, by literally coming at it from an abundance mindset, that's when their true objection is likely going to come out. You see, if someone gives you a pricing objection, it's really a smokescreen for something else that's going on. And people won't admit it right off the bat, but by basically addressing it in both of those senses that I just presented to you, instead of you being stumped, now you're actually shifting the narrative to where they're almost in the wrong and they have to justify themselves for why they think you should lower your price. So give this a shot, guys. No one really talks about this, but I guarantee this is going to help you guys out with your conversion rates. Talk soon.